Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene. Alexander up against them, the Bobcat. Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright sunny sky. All right. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. That one will count. And he scores with the counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Open-air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Punches have to hurt. These two fighters are made for one another. Good one. Punch. Which fighter will say no mas? Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of...
Here we go, it's round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunches are the best.
That counterpunch caught him clean. That uppercut doesn't land. Hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And shoot. Both men step back for just a moment. Throws the jab but does not score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
There's the bell to start round three. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. There's a counter shot. Perfect counter shot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more. And the Bobcat goes down. Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response though. Got back up. Took a deep breath. Got right. Brush it off. Get on with the job.
Great round. Great round.
There's the bell for round 4. How to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. He misses with that straight left. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That counter shot lands. Will the referee step in? How did they not go down?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. up-tempo show. They exchange punches. Beautiful counter punch. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night.
We are live at Valcor Bet. First up, the Bob. And up against...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
How will these two... These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. They blocked the left there. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's a counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. These two fighters handle the outdoors. We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Both trying for a knockout. It's all offense all the time. neither fighter willing to slow down. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Tarver in some serious trouble. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell's...
There's the bell for round 2. Right up the middle. Perfect counter lands. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee, just pickpocket and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Another scoring shot there. Good punch. That counter shot lands. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. From this moment forward, he cannot afford... There's the bell to start round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come up now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be a corner right there. The corner's got the towel. Are they gonna throw it in? How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What they do? What will tell them when they go back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what? I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. At this point, you got to believe back at it in round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That jab doesn't score. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Terrible round.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Hey, those punches add up. You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? And the Bobcat goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You're being put down, you've got to think right. Survive.
There's the bell for round 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
careful not to punch himself out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just that's a match made in heaven.
Got him there. Misses with the straight left. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you start thinking, you've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little fade in a big bucket.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. These two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this.
Here we go. It's round 7. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Uppercut just missed. Watch the straight left. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Is always an issue. And there's the bell for round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off the tech and everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Misses with the jab. Referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again.
Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, what a result.
I'm Todd Grisham, and welcome inside the Lighthouse Theater, and what a night it's going to be. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi Todd, nice to be here with you.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr., 80 kilos on the button, 180 centimeters tall with a reach of 188. And they'll be facing the Bobcat. They'll meet up as cruiserweights.
You have two fighters. One of them has the height, competitive you with that jab, set you up for that long counter shot. The other has to get in close and personal, stick to your chest, make you work at a pace you don't want to work at. Doing it that way, you're working at their kind of fight.
It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world. Up against them, the Bobcat from the United States of America.
The height, how is that going to... He's going to need a step ladder to hit this fighter.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America, the Bobcat.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
What a venue, what a fight, what action.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. That counter punch caught him clean. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Beautiful counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. Welcome inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight.
God, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're that fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Block the left there. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
You've been close in this fight.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, every twitch.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Right uppercut just off target. Men step back for just a moment. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
About that. Yes, I like that round. Good.
The bell rings and we start the third. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't score with that jab. There's a counter shot. Do you believe what we are seeing? Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
No rest for the weary. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He got out of the way of that right hook. He prevents that left uppercut from scoring. That right hook's blocked. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt.
On to the fourth we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
And he did catch him! He caught him clean! Clean as a whistle! Nice counter. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Missing with that right hook. Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. So much for defensive abilities. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
Your mind back.
On to the fifth we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Good counter punch. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. That counter shot lands. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? This may do it. And down goes the Bobcat. See that again, but from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four.
on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the hip.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. The referee really thinking about stopping it. I've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
To make or break a fighter.
You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you've let him back into this.
Let's start the 6th. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Well done with that counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter shot. Blocks that left hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Perfect counter lands. They both want a highlight reel knockout. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, see a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little fade with a pickpocket.
Misses with the straight left. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. Here we go. It's round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Right hook catching air. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Caution being thrown to the wind. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right.
Round 8, and we're off again. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. His stamina is off the charts. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And he scores with the counter. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. This is a high-octane battle. They exchange punches. Is he going to punch himself out, though? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big hard.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our Damian Chambers. And they'll be facing the Bobcat from the United States of America.
Oh, pure bad blood.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Preston, England, please welcome Damian Chambo Chambers. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, the Bobcat.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
All right, the wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Good Good-looking jab. Clean jab. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, so heat. There's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be a hellfire on you.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good punch. A straight right just misses. The jab doesn't quite connect. Couldn't land that jab. Caution being thrown to the wind. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominant.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter punch. This fighter told us yesterday if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
You get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
Nice punch. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good defense on that right hook. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Good punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, there was no doubt about it. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missed with that jab. Which fighter will say no loss? figure out the combination to this save.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This is a high-octane battle. Chambers is hurt. Chambers is down. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
That's lights out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are right.
What a huge momentum. And there's the bell to start round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Tried to score with the uppercut. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Nice defense with that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They blocked the left there. How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What a massive upset this would be. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent.
And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Neither fighter willing to slow down. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
He misses with that straight left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The perfect counter lands. Misses with that uppercut. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with just hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round. And there's the bell for round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They miss with the jab. The straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. No rest for the weary. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. Holding nothing back here in the round. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That hook just can't find the target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about a one-sided. And there's the bell for round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
One punch could change everything in this battle. The courage on display here is incredible. Good one. Survival time for Damian Chambers. And crumbling to the canvas is Chambers. And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
Even up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
So then look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling you to calm down, make the most of the count. Get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee. Save yourself a bit of time.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big... And they're back at it again here in round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. The defense failed them. somehow weathered the storm.
3 days now?
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Chambers just got clipped. A much better game plan here.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
What a nightmare scenario. That was the moment.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you're...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Will the referee stop it? I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back it, and the Bobcat goes down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym.